Right, good morning again and welcome back to the channel. Right, slightly different to the normal today. I'm going to take you somewhere a little bit different. It's not very scenic, it's not a very scenic route, but I'm going to tell you a story, and it's actually a very important story for everyone really that loves motorcycles. Yes, and welcome to Kidderminster. I'm going to give you a little drive round. As you probably know, I'm based in the Wye Forest district, and the main town of that area is Kidderminster, which is where we are now. I'm going to tell you a little story about a shop that opened 70 odd years ago. Well over 70 actually, in the mid-1950s. I don't know the exact date, it was mid-1950s. And the shop became known as the Motorcycle Mart. And of course they sold motorcycles, as you can imagine. They serviced bikes as well, Nortons and BSAs and Triumphs and all the bikes of the time. This was before Japanese bikes had even been heard of or thought about. And they got themselves a really good reputation for being an excellent dealer. And they opened on a street called Blackwell Street in Kidderminster. And after a while they moved to Mill Street, and that's where I first really became aware of them. And this was in the 1970s. And by then they'd grown a reputation and managed to get themselves become a main dealer. They used to sell Suzuki. And I remember actually, after I'd had my accident on my motorcycle and then I gave up biking for a while, I remember what got me back into it. I walked past the Mill Street showroom of Motorcycle Mart, and in the window was a very, very special bike that just blew my mind. It was a Suzuki CL500, and it was took pride of place in the window. And to me at the time, it was just space age and absolutely stunning. And I used to make trips there whenever I could, just to stare at this bike in the window. And I thought, I've got to get back into bikes. I can't stop off them. I'd had about 4 or 5 years off bikes, and it was looking in the Motorcycle Mart window which actually pulled me back in. So that was way back. And after more decades went by, Motorcycle Mart gained an ever-increasing reputation for being a really reliable, trustworthy dealers, and they were loved by bikers, not just in Kidderminster but all over the area, all over the Midlands. And they swapped to Yamaha at one point, and then they moved to another position on the Starport Road in Kidderminster, which just happens to be the road that we're on now. And the Motorcycle Mart became just one of the most well-known businesses in Kidderminster, full stop, to be honest. Not just well-known bike dealers, but just one of the most well-known dealers. 70 years is a long time to deal with in a town, and to keep such a good reputation going. So what I thought I'd do today is take you to see the Motorcycle Mart. And this is where they're situated, on this sort of industrial estate between Kidderminster and Starport-on-Severn. And I think there's a lesson to be learned, and you'll see what I mean when we turn up. Now, I haven't been here for quite a few months, but I was here recently, and here we are. The first time I've been here in quite a long time, and as you can see, I think you know what's coming next. Yes, the motorcycle mart is no more. This was a fantastic showroom, very modern, super clean. At the side here was the service bay, as you can see. And I'm afraid motorcycle mart is no more after 70 years. And the reason isn't because the business was having any problems. As I said, it got a great reputation and it was doing well, it was making profit and it was ticking over. But the chap who run it, Steve, was 66 years old and decided he wanted to call it a day and retire. And despite this being a fantastic little spot, as you can see here on the main road, plenty of parking, and having a fantastic reputation, despite advertising it in the motorcycle trade press, nobody wanted to take on the business. And I think that's a bit of a worrying thing, isn't it? Is this possibly what we're looking at now, the future for your local dealership? Do you use it enough? Do you appreciate it enough? Do we all appreciate them enough? Because I looked online today, and the thing that really brought it home, that's what we're looking at now, www.motorcyclemart.co.uk, is up for sale. You can actually buy that. What a sad thing. So there we go, maybe a little solitary, quite depressing really, little video. I'm sorry about that, but I think it's important. Do we look after our local dealers? Because there's always a deal to be had online, isn't there? But could this be the future of your local dealers? Now, of course, we all have to buy what we have to buy, and we have to get the best prices, and we have to we all use online services, but maybe we should just think about our local dealers and pop in and use them more often than we do. Is it a case of use it or lose it? Because retail in general obviously is suffering a great deal at the moment. We all know that from the empty shops in our towns. And even though I'm speaking on a UK perspective, I'm sure my viewers from elsewhere in America and elsewhere, I'm sure the same thing is happening there too. So there we go. That's all from me. Just a quick one today. A bit depressing, as I said, but I just think it's important, because without our local dealers, where would we be? And the number of times I've ridden along this road here and thought, oh, I'll just pop into the mart, have a chat, maybe a cup of coffee, or maybe just pick something up, book an MOT, a service, but no more. Because that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the motorcycle mart. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with a more cheerful video next time. I'll see you soon. For me, thanks for watching, and bye for now.